Hey, yo, what's poppin', y'all? What's good, my Facebook family or YouTube family, wherever you're watching this shit? Get this out of here. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm gonna wear glasses this episode, so hope you don't mind. Um, Listen, I have some things. I posted some statuses. I was like, look, if you want some advice, life advice, I don't know if I can give that, but I'll try. Um, if you have any questions or topics you want me to talk about, put it in the comments. Some people put some stuff in the comments. I'm going to go through that. I'm obviously going to talk about the Jake and Tyson fight. I have some shit to say about that. And yeah, I got some fun stuff to talk about. I don't have a guest today, but that's okay. I don't always need a guest. Just because I'm on camera doesn't mean I need a friend with me. I think I can talk enough to. Oh, if you guys notice, yeah, a lot of people are wondering like where we shoot this. It's in New York. You know, Twin Towers are missing. Obviously, it's post 2001, so makes a lot of sense. All the continuity all makes sense, and it's legit. So if you ever see me in Peterborough at Walmart or something like that, it's just because I travel a lot. So let's get right into it. So Uncle Vintage, he's a rap artist. I don't know where he's from. I don't know. He lives in Peterborough sometimes. He lives fucking in BC sometimes. I don't know. He wanted to know what makes a forever local artist. You talking about me, bro? Because I'm for sure I'm a forever local artist. That's what I am. So he wants to know what makes a forever local artist, and what's the line between a good and bad artist when it comes to writing or production. I don't know what the thing is. It's all preference. It's all preference. So like I can be like, hey, a good writer uses, in my opinion, multi-syllables, uses the same multi-syllables for as many bars as possible, and makes all those bars cohesive with each other and make sense to each other. Production obviously would be, it has to have rhythm, it has to be all in the same key, it has to be the, but that's what I mean. Like music is so subjective that like sometimes you can listen to a song and be like, this song is trash, I don't like it, and then other people are like, oh, and especially when it comes to like trends and like different waves of like different things, which I think that actually gets into something else that I asked about. Oh, elements that cause an album to be to age poorly. And I think that's what it is too. An album that ages poorly is an album that has jumped on trends. Like a trend that we talked about last time was like auto tune. So if you jump on the auto tune trend and you put out a full album that's like heavy auto tune, that's not going to age well. Just most likely, because most likely, but the same is with anything. Like you could have an album that's like boom bap style and put it out, and 20 years from now, boom bap is not what's in. But truthfully, boom bap is a kind of timeless. That's kind of where hip hop started. So if that's what you want to look at, when you're thinking about making an album, don't jump on any of these trends that came in between. Go to the roots of hip hop. Where did hip hop come from? Why did hip hop come about? Why is hip hop a thing? Figure that out and go with that, and you can't really go wrong. I feel like that's kind of what I did with my shit. Is I kind of kept it to the roots of like hip hop came about because of the struggle. I know I'm not black, but that's where it came from. It came from the struggle of the black community and them not having a voice and them being like, hey, look, like cops are killing us and we have to sell dope and we have no role models and all of our father figures are in jail. So that's kind of where that shit came from. So, but yeah, I try to keep my shit to the struggle, keep it to the same sort of format. I count bars, as I think everyone should. Sorry, I'm kind of sick if you hear me sniffling. I didn't even want to do this, but I had some shit I wanted to say, so we're here. Yeah, so I count bars, 16 bars a verse, 4 to 8 bars a hook. I've seen 16 bar hooks. I've seen fucking 48 bar verses. But I mean, like, I try to keep my shit structured. So the elements that make an album age poorly, I would say jumping on like certain trends or certain things that you're into in the moment. It doesn't mean that that's going to resonate with people down the road. But like I said, it's all subjective. It's all opinion. And who gives a fuck? What makes someone a forever local artist like myself? And a line between good and bad production. Like I said, it's all subjective. I'm not going to keep saying that word over and over. But I think in my opinion, not having growth, that's going to keep you a no-name, nobody artist. Like, you have to, every song, and this is what I always say to artists, man, and it's so serious, and it has to do with anything, no matter what you're doing. If you're like, hey, I'm a dope rapper, which I'm going to type on, okay, I wrote down here, gassing yourself up and being humble. I wrote that at the end. I was going to talk about it at the end. I'm going to talk about it right now because it kind of ties into this. You can't just be like, I'm such a dope artist that this thing that I just wrote right now is so fucking good and everyone needs to hear it and this is what's going to put me on the map. It's not. It sucks. That's okay. You're supposed to suck. Even 100 songs deep, you're going to suck. You keep going. That's the whole thing. How are you a forever local artist? It's because when you're putting out shit that sucks, you convince yourself that it's fucking good and you don't think that you need to get any better. You need to get better. You need to keep writing. You need to experiment more. You need to put out more songs. If you don't have 100 songs released, don't even give a fuck about your likes, views, or what people think, or whether you have a timeless album or a timeless song. Keep pumping out shit. Because you're going to make shit. It's not going to be that great, but put it out. Then you're going to make more shit. It'll be a little bit better. It'll still suck. Put it out. I have 4 albums out. It all sucks. It fucking sucks. I'm writing shit right now, though, that's fire as fuck. And I can't wait to put it out. But guess what? It's nothing compared to Jadakiss, Jay-Z, Eminem, anybody else. I'm not special at all. But if I can cultivate like 10 to 20 people who want to fucking hear me rap, cool. I'm not doing this for that anymore. So I did do it for like popularity, fame, and self-esteem. So it was like a selfish thing. And then I pivoted to doing it for money. And I would even say that. I would even be like, I'm not doing a single thing. I'm not lifting a fucking finger unless I'm getting paid. Now, I'm doing it for my own self-growth. And I'm doing it for, honestly, the people who've supported me for 15 fucking years. But yeah, man, be humble about your shit. Stop gassing your shit up. Like, if you think you're the best and you think you're amazing, bro, your whole career is going to suck, dude. Because you're going to have this inflated version of yourself thinking that you are the shit and you're awesome and you're great and your music deserves X, Y, Z. Then when you put your music out and it doesn't get the views and it doesn't get the love, then you start getting mad. Then you start getting resentful. I've been through it all. I've been doing this. That's another thing that I wanted to touch on. Where is that shit? I jotted down some things I wanted to talk about. Right there. Okay. Scratch that out. Okay, so. So I've been doing this a long fucking time. I've been through the ins and outs. I used to hustle my music on MySpace. And then Facebook came out and everyone went, Facebook isn't it? Stick to MySpace. Why are you uploading on Facebook? Then YouTube came out. Believe it or not, at least in Peterborough, where I was, Facebook was a thing before YouTube was even a thing. My music was up on MySpace. That's it. You can find it on MySpace. You can find it on LimeWire. That's it. And I was hustling on MySpace. I know all the MySpace hacks. You want to know? I got you, bro. Are you making a MySpace account in 2024? I got you. I'll tell you how, as soon as they go to your myspace.com/your rapper name, pretty much your own website, as soon as you get there, bam, your music starts playing. Instant downloads right on your page. I got you, bro. Hit me up if you're making a MySpace page. But no, for real, I've been doing this a long fucking time. So I've spent hours and hours and hours like learning social media marketing, learning how to write, learning. That's another thing. It's like some people will be like an okay artist, which like I've always said this. If you have a classroom, if you have a college classroom, an English classroom, let's say it's an English literacy or some shit like that, and he said, okay, your assignment for this week is to write a rap. I guarantee the whole class will do it. 100 students, they'll all do it. What does that show you? Everyone can fucking rap. Everyone can write a fucking rap. It's not that fucking hard, dude. So if you write a rap and think that you are the shit because, look, I fucking said shit that rhymes and this line sounds cool and, oh, I wrote a metaphor, therefore I must be a dope artist, then you're delusional. You're delusional. It's years and years of crafting and working. It's the same as stand-up comedy. Like they say, like your first 5 years of stand-up comedy is just your trash. Get your trash out there so you can become better. And that's what it's like with music, man. But it sucks because when you're a rapper, it's so much about ego. Like even thinking that you could be a rapper, you have to have ego. You have to have some sort of inflated ego to think that people want to know what the fuck you're saying. Or people want to hear you rhyme words. Like, it's so... Rhyming words to a beat, it's so dumb. Rap is really dumb. It sucks. Rap is dumb. But if you can find a way to make yourself stand out, and that was another thing that Uncle Vintage was asking on my status, which I want to touch on. The influences like 6ix9ine, 1090 Jake, YBN Namir. Listen, I don't know who YBN Namir is. I'm too old to fucking know who the fuck that is. But I heard, I don't know, he cheated on his girl or something. I don't know. He's like canceled or some shit. 1090 Jake, he's the guy who busts all the snitches, and it turned out that he fucking talked to a CO. Okay. I want to say that first. This is directly to Uncle Vintage. So you asked about bad influences hip-hop, and you said like 6ix9ine, and you threw in 1090 Jake. Are you talking about the situation where they came out with paperwork that showed that 1090 Jake talked to a CO in jail? That's not snitching, by the way. It's not. I forget the situation. I should have refreshed myself on this shit. Hang on. We good. I should have refreshed myself on this shit. But what I'm pretty sure it was is that he got like jumped or some shit like that. And then the cops came and talked to him. And they were like, are you safe to go back on that range? And he was like, no. And they're like, you're a snitch. No, he's not going to go back on the range. He just got fucking jumped. I've been jumped on ranges. I didn't go back there. Didn't make me a bitch or a snitch. Anyway, so bad influences like 6ix9ine. Yeah, there's people like 6ix9ine. That's the best way to become famous. Be absolutely belligerent and do shit that'll go viral. But it's not going to carry any weight long term. No one's going to respect you long term. So get that out there, get that out there, get that out there, get that out there. Okay. Another question. I should probably save the questions and shit till the end, but I only got one more. So Chris Manley. He's like, hey, man, I need to know how to get rich quick, but I don't want to sell dope. Or he said selling dope is probably the only way. It's not the only way, dude. It's not. I promise. So here's the crazy part about living in the day and age that we're living right now. You can literally learn anything. So you are only as valuable as the skills that you carry. So a lot of times you need to go to college, university. You need to spend years and years learning these skills so you can be valuable in the workforce. Whether you're going to be an electrician, whether you're going to be a doctor, whether you're going to be whatever. This day and age, dude, you can learn anything. Like Chris, I'm talking to you specifically. If you're like, you woke up one day and you're like, I just want to, I don't know, design websites for a living. You could go and do that. You could learn everything you need to do. You could start designing websites. You can get your own clients. You can do all of that from home on your cell phone. You don't even need a computer. You can literally do all that from a cell phone. You can do anything from a cell phone. You can learn skills. But that's what it comes down to. If you want to get rich quick thing, there is no, like, unless you're going to learn about drop shipping. Drop shipping is pretty much you make a website. You find a product. Let's say you find a product like this plant, okay? Like these plants, okay? And this plant I find on a website, let's say for $3 a plant. I create a website, sell these for $6 a plant. But I make a really nice website. I make some really cool ads and some videos and TikToks and stuff like that, driving traffic to the website. And then whenever they purchase one, that's the thing is you don't even need to have these plants. I don't ever need to see the plants or have them in my house at all. But as soon as someone makes a purchase on my website, I take their information, I dump it into the website that's selling these, and they ship directly from their website to that person's door. And they're paying $6, I'm paying $3. The remainder comes to me. That's what drop shipping is. You can do it with literally any product. People drop ship from Walmart. They are like vacuums in Walmart. Like, oh, this Shark vacuum is $100. But you notice that online and other stores are selling it for $200 or $150. You make a website. You make the Shark discount vacuum or Shark vacuum surplus or liquidation, sharkvacuums.com. You buy that domain for $100. You design the website. Oh, you don't know how to do that? Google it. Learn it yourself. Everything I've ever done in my whole life, I've learned myself. Anyway, so there is no such thing as a get rich quick scheme. I don't know much about crypto, or I would say, just go do crypto or go fucking gamble. To me, crypto is just like gambling. It's like going to a slot machine, or it's like going to a casino. You know what I mean? Nothing's guaranteed. There's a risk. But yeah, man, if you're just looking to make some money, nothing will happen super quick. You want to do something long term. Like, it's as simple as this. You can literally go to a dollar store and be like, I don't know. Yeah, like this. You can go to a dollar store and be like, this is really cool. They're selling it for $2 at the dollar store. If I make some fancy ads and take some really nice photographs of something, like, it could be anything though. It can be pens. It can be anything. And then you just flip it, man. But you learn how to do all that. Anyway, that's just my suggestion for Chris, man. Shout out to Chris. So, I shot a podcast with my brother, the latest one on, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I have two podcast pages. One is called The Best Brothers Podcast. It's with my brother. We were trying to gain traction on that. It wasn't doing very well. I decided to do a podcast with my rapper friend Joey, and post it on my actual rapper YouTube, and it did so well. So I think I'm going to stick to posting videos on my rapper YouTube, but I want to let you guys know a podcast got deleted from the Best Brothers podcast with me and my brother. We spent a lot of time working on the first 10 episodes. And once we got to the 10 episodes, we kind of just stopped filming. And I think getting back into filming and getting back into it, we were kind of, I guess, nervous about it, or at least I was. I'll admit that. So I decided to have a couple drinks with my brother before we started shooting. And the fact of the matter is, I drank way too much, and I think my brother did too. And we were just very sloppy and belligerent, and I said some things that I shouldn't have said. I said everything that I said on that podcast, like, it's just private. I can make it public one day so you guys can see. Like, everything I said on the podcast, I stand by. It was funny as fuck. But I could see how it would press buttons. It's a little bit different when I'd say it in person than when you're just watching online and maybe you don't know me. So that podcast was deleted. So, and another thing is I've been getting some inboxes of people being like, hey, are you going to review my song or my music? Because I wanted to do on this channel, kind of like a podcast thing where I was reviewing people's music and reviewing people's music videos and reviewing freestyles. And I tried to get the whole thing set up where I would have video and video like here. And it's honestly, it became too, what's the word? Complicated, I guess. It became too complicated with the audio and then the syncing and then the video and then the editing. And then the way that I have shit set up now, I have these lapel mics, right? Me and Joey had one on the last episode we did. And with the lapel mics, it picks up her voice great, everything. I can do 2 people, I can do 1 person. I'm recording. But then when I'm done, I can take that recording and just a raw recording, upload it to YouTube. It makes it super simple format. So I can have someone come here, we can do an interview or we can do a podcast, then bam, as soon as we're done, it can get uploaded. It's simple and easy like that. No editing, no. And that's what happens, man. Like, I know rappers who have 200, 300 songs sitting on their laptop. I'm like, why don't you post those? They're like, well, I have to edit them. This one I have to mix and master. This one needs this, blah, blah. Because that's what happens, man, especially with creators. If you're a creator, you'll know. Like, you start something, and then it becomes hard, and you kind of just pivot. Because creators that's why we start creating, because it feels good. So we are not going to create and work hard for something that is supposed to be fun. So I wanted to get rid of all that hardness, all the post editing, all the fucking like video and syncing the audio and all that shit. I didn't want to deal with all that shit. So I won't be reviewing people's music, at least for now, until I figure something out. For now, I kind of have a setup that I like. And the plans for the podcast, which I have written right here, the plans for the podcast is simply this. Sometimes it'll be just me. Sometimes it'll be me and my brother. Sometimes it'll be me and Joey. Sometimes it'll be me and another local rapper, all tons of them. Sometimes it'll be a local butcher. Sometimes it'll be a local business owner. Sometimes it'll be anything to do with rap or music or business or anything that I'm interested in. Maybe I'll even have fucking Mitch from Flame Spitter, from the hot sauce company we created here, and we can hash things out and talk about things. Maybe I'll even have my own mom on the podcast. But this is what it's going to be. I feel like moving forward, I'm going to be uploading videos to my channel, my Koty Kolter channel, with all my music and my music videos. And I'm going to be just having dope artists. I think next is actually going to be Uncle Vintage. He's a really dope artist. You should check him out. But yeah, because I want to be able to shout out dope artists. I want to be able to put out content easily and quickly. And I'm also working on music, of course. So before I get to the whole Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, everyone knows, I just want to fucking talk about it. You know those Facebook posts where people are super vague and they're like, I'm so tired of this, never doing this again. And then you're like, what? What are they talking about? And you keep scrolling, right? But then some people like comment and they're like, what are you talking about? If you need someone, let me know. Or like I saw today, someone was like, rest in peace. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I'm so sad. Why would you post that? Why would you post that? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why do people need to know that? Someone that you know died? Okay. Say something. Say like, hey, this person just died. Or like, because all the comments on that were and will always be, what happened? Who died? Who are you talking about? What's going on? Well, it's like all these follow-up questions. And I hate when people do that. I hate when people post strictly just to be like, confuse people so they have to comment. So then they can be like, oh yeah, it was Melissa that died. Why didn't you just say that in the post and the status? Why didn't you just say that to begin with? Fucking, I don't know. I don't know why it pissed me off so much. Do you know what else pissed me off? I made a meme. Jake Paul versus Doris. I posted it on my Facebook. I thought it was very funny. It only got like 2 shares, whatever. It's not a big deal. But I see a lot of people stealing memes. I hope you guys know. Somebody else made that. Somebody had a funny idea. They edited a photo together and they pasted it and then, or posted it. And then most likely what happened is a bigger page stole that content and posted it. But like, at least with me personally, if I post a meme, like if you share a meme from a page and it shows the page that you should, that's fine. You obviously do that. That's normal. That's what people do. But when you save a video or picture that's not yours and then post it as yourself, that's stealing. That's stealing. Coming from one artist to another. That is stealing. But I see people do it all fucking day. So anyway, I made that Jake Paul meme and posted it. And I felt so silly that I had to specify, hey, I actually made this. That's why I'm posting it. But that's just how it should be. That should be social media etiquette. If you post something as yourself, it's because it's from you. It's you made it, you did whatever. If you find a post funny, then share it from that post. And don't get me started on these fucking meme pages. Brock Mackey runs one. He's my homie. But he runs all these meme pages. And, dude, if you're making them yourself, I absolutely apologize. I absolutely apologize. But I don't think you're making those. You're definitely just stealing them. I don't know. There's no other nicer way to put it. You're stealing them and then posting them as yourself or as your page or whatever. You know what I mean? I think I posted 2 memes in the last year. But there were 2 that I made myself. And that's just how it should be. Maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe I'm being an asshole about it. But, okay. Let's get to this Jake Paul Tyson fight. I'm sure you guys watched it. And I know what everybody's saying. It's exactly what I'm going to say. But I promise you. I actually have a video. I made a selfie video that I was going to post in my story about my prediction. And I didn't post it. But what I said, and I will post it. If anyone calls me out for being a liar, I'll fucking post it. I'll show you. What I said was, Tyson's an old man. He's an old fucking man. So if Tyson doesn't knock out Jake in the first 1 or 2 rounds, Jake wins by decision. I swear to God, I paid for Logan Paul's fight against Mayweather. I paid for Logan Paul's fight against KSI. All these fucking fights are boring as fuck. They're just long, and then it goes to a decision, and people aren't happy with the decision. That's just what happens. But you could see this from a mile away. But this is what I don't like. The people are like, Mike Tyson's going to win. Mike Tyson's going to win. I never fucking preached that. I even told my fucking brother and his wife, hey, I'm Team Jake. I think Jake's going to win. Jake's 27 years old. He has all the fucking... Not only does he have the power, he's skilled. He's a skilled fighter. And a lot of people want to hate on him too and be like, oh, he's not a real fighter. No, he's a skilled fighter. You couldn't last 10 rounds with